because there are solutions. There really are. And there's people that's happy in their marriages. Right? It's not nobody's job to broadcast their information or their relationship to y'all for y'all to believe them. Look at the work. Well, me and my wife say, yeah, we've been through some shit, but we still together. Right?
Indeed.
I'd rather make 50 mistakes with one woman than to make one mistake with 50 of them.
A lot of times people get in relationships in order to cope with some shit that they don't want to cope with, which is also a fear. So sometimes people get in relationships out of fear of being alone. Then they get in relationships with the wrong person out of fear of being hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So it's all like the same shit.
Just like also, I'm sorry, trigger Mike. Just like also when you get a job, ain't none of us did the job before until we got the damn job, right? You're gonna be fearful, right? Because you're like, damn, I gotta learn what? And then you like, okay, you're gonna make your mistakes, but you're gonna continue to do the job because you want the money. You want to pay for your lights, right? Okay, cool. So make sure you do that when you are with somebody. Because at the end of the day, there's a such thing as snaps. Somebody gonna snap on you if you start acting up. You gotta make sure that you understand we're a human. We have emotions, you know, emotions come with anger and it comes with happiness. So the job is just a job, but when you are dealing with people, you have to understand the mental health part of that. You can't just be doing things and acting out and I don't want to be with you. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And then that person gonna be like, what? I gave my all to you. But then you blame that person because they start to act up on you, but you the one that, you know, quote unquote caused it. So the same way you do with your job, because you could be fearful of losing it, ain't nobody guaranteed to keep a damn job. You could get fired the same way you got it. Unless you have your own business, and still with your own business, you still have to go through, you know, the ups and downs. But at the same time, you're still going to strive to do as best as you can to get the best that you want. So to me, the people who are making all of these terrible decisions don't want the best. They just want to complain. They want drama. They feed off that. That's entertaining for them. Having a happy ass life is boring. We talk about happy shit, that's boring. That's why we don't hear some of the topics got to be a little spicy because some people just want to hear and see people argue. Ain't none of us even argue today. And I bet you in here they bored as hell. So we gotta stop.
Damn. Don't jinx it. God damn, don't jinx it, please.
I look at it like
I've been reading the chat the whole time, and that's all you've been. Man, this
don't jinx it. I have a bad habit of being extra functional, but don't worry. MLG just getting warmed up. His shirt red, and the chat gonna trigger him. Don't worry.
On this particular point,
let's go, Fatty.
When on this particular point y'all talking about, I call it the selfish gene. Right? It's selfish. You notice how when people talk and they say, when they talk about, yeah, divorce is 50-50. I don't want, you know, marriage is 50-50. I don't want this to happen to me. I don't want her to take my stuff. I don't want that man to do this to me. I don't want to do that. You know what you know who those people are? Those are the people who go in Vegas and get mad at people that went in at the craps table while walking through and not sitting down themselves. Right? The only way to win is to play. The only way to win is to play. And my question for people in the chat is, if you're not willing to play, why are you here?
Right.
Why are you complaining about a game that's not for you? Take your ass off the playground and go in the house. Because there are solutions. There really are. And there's people that's happy in their marriages. Right? It's not nobody's job to broadcast their information or their relationship to y'all for y'all to believe them. Look at the work. Well, me and my wife say, yeah, we've been through some shit, but we still together. Right?
Indeed.
I'd rather make 50 mistakes with one woman than to make one mistake with 50 of them. You got to play the game. And no matter what y'all say, this is the game of life. You playing it to win or lose. Which one you doing? Because at the end of the day, when you laying in that bed and your light's about to go out, the only thing that matters is the people that's around you. And I guarantee y'all that day coming for every single one of y'all.
That's facts. All right,
just bring
everybody
us down
in
to
the chat
real quick.
Huh?
Sorry. I was just gonna say, can I just bring us back to earth real quick? I just want to say for the audience that that there are still women out here that believe in love. I am one of them. My ex called me last week, and I'm definitely excited to see him. I believe in backtracking. I believe in hope. I believe in love. And I always tell women that come on my platform is, you know, you'll never be able to boast about being married 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, 30 years if you always giving up on the first sign. You know, it's ridiculous how many women come on my platform when I'm spreading a positive message to men, and the amount of women that come in the platform married, and the first thing they say is like, oh, you know, black men cheat, or all men do is cheat and leave their children, or, you know, they always they can't commit. And then I asked them, like, okay, so did your husband ever cheat on you? Well, no. If he did, I never caught him. Does your husband have any outside kids? No, not that. So, ma'am, how are you? You should be promoting happy marriages. You should be promoting healthy marriages. If you never had evidence that your husband is cheating, you should be promoting that men can stay faithful, and you should be pro marriage and giving hope to the singles that desire to be in a relationship. And similar to what Dub said, I always say, like, if you haven't considered yourself every possible scenario before you get married, like while you're in the dating stage, if you really, really like him or her, and if you haven't looked at that person and said, dang, I wonder, if she cheat on me, am I gonna leave her? Or, oh, okay, if he break his leg and can't work no more, is that gonna make me leave? If you haven't pondered every type of scenario that could go outside of your fairy tale world of what you really want, and if you haven't fathomed the possibilities, then you're not ready to get married, because you don't really know what can happen and why it can happen. But if you never stick through it, you'll never be able to reap the benefits of knowing what it's like to stay with it and get through it. So I'm just pro marriage, and I want to give the men in the audience who gave up on women, that there are women there's women such as myself that are single, and they do believe in love, and they do promote submission. They do promote wanting to be a helpmate, and there are women out there.
So what I want you to do, Jane, is in the chat, I want you to put where the hell those women at so the bros can find them. All right. So just do me a solid.
Okay.
Do all the homies in the chat a solid.
I've done that before on several of my lives, but
I'm one of them. And latitude of where these women at.